control of, and it flopped. So they gave me creative control of my second album, and it was a success.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think he's finally starting to realize, because have you ever listened to Boogie? Not A Boogie with the Hoodie, but just Boogie?
Yeah.
His album that just came out on Shady is incredible.
Yeah.
Fucking incredible. And you can tell that that's exactly what he wanted to do. So I feel like Eminem is just starting to let these artists do what they want now. As opposed to, I feel like that's why a lot of his artist albums didn't have success, because he was trying to make some fucking poppy bubblegum type hits, trying to get huge mainstream success, when he wasn't focusing on this giant underground market where you could still make enough money and be successful with it, but it's just not. It's not
Rihanna money, or it's not. That's crazy, because you would think there's two sides to Eminem. I think the one is you'd think that he would just allow the guy to go off and be like, yo, like, I just say whatever the fuck I want, you can do the same. But another thing, I think Dr. Dre, when he took Eminem in, he was like, yo, Eminem's old stuff was also very calculated.
Yeah.
Because Dre saw it and was like, yo, this is a crazy white guy, and let's.
Well, he came out the perfect time.
It was the perfect timing too. The whole thing was like perfect timing.
They knew what their perception was going to be, but they knew how.
Man.
For sure,
it was a huge risk. But as soon as they seen the slightest bit of success,
for sure.
As soon as they seen the slightest bit of success, bro, he went like
They went all in.
It's like as soon as My Name Is came out, bro.
My Name Is that one.
And even before that, actually, like you see footage of him like when he first got signed, before he had any music out on Aftermath or anything. He just had the Slim Shady EP.
Yeah. He was still like, what was he, 25 at the time?
Yeah, he did that right after Infinite.
Yeah, Slim Shady EP.
And that had like I Just Don't Give a Fuck. It had a couple songs that ended up being on the Slim Shady LP.
Yeah.
But back then when he first got signed, he had a decent buzz. Like there's videos of him rocking like Boston,
small little
fucking 500
people,
like, which is still decent, especially back in the day when you have no social media or anything. Like to draw 500 people just off like,
especially as a
he
random
wasn't
white guy
on the radio stations. He wasn't, so.
Yeah, no, that was a whole different time. Yeah, but yeah, it's weird to think that Eminem wouldn't allow his guys to have creative control, but at the same point,
I don't think it's just him. You gotta understand, he's not running a label by himself. First off, Paul Rosenberg's involved in everything he does. He's manager, and then you have a label team. Like when you have a label that big, like,
yeah, it's not just M doesn't have the final say, and there's a whole team of people.
Well, he probably has the final say, but he probably takes everybody's. Like him and Paul probably have the final say in everything. Yeah, but I bet you he takes everybody's.
Or just show up when you get the fucking. What the fuck is this? I can't play this shit. What is wrong with
you? I can't sell this shit.
I can't sell this shit. Have you ever had what did you say?
Violet Brown told me to go fuck myself. Yeah. Tower Records told me to shove this up my ass.
Do you know what it's like to be told to have a record shoved up your ass? Yeah, I miss those skits so much. Yeah, I miss skits in general. Weird skits going. Remember Ludacris's skits?
Bro, he had
Ludacris had the best skit.
Oh, what is that?
He had the
on his
best
newest
skit.
album, he had one about
the Viagra,
bro.
I haven't heard it, but
are you serious?
The art of the skit is gone.
It's like some guy calls 911 and he's like, my dick won't go down. He's like, I took a bunch of these. And then like the operator lady's like, hold on, sir, help is on the way.
Oh, jeez.
And then like he just fast forwards like 2 minutes into the skit, and this lady's like out front of his house. She just walks in. Where the drinks at? Ludacris has the best content for skits.
Remember when this was white people singing his songs? Remember those ones? And they were just like all offbeat and out of timing and shit. Like, those were so good, man. The royal penis is clean, Your Highness.
That was Snoop.
Which one?
That was Snoop.
That was Snoop and R. Kelly.
Oh no!
Hold up, dip low in the front. Yeah, that's that.
I
shit.
told you were gonna talk about R. Kelly somehow today.
You did say that.
I knew you were gonna.
Yeah, what happened? What happened to R. Kelly? Speaking of him, what's he saying right now?
He's in jail. He can't get
jail,
He's
bro.
done. He's in jail. He can't
He's
even
getting
get
charged
bail.
with new shit.
No, it's too funny.
He's gonna be gone for the rest of the life, and rightfully so, man. Fuck that goof.
What was he doing?
I don't know how he's been free for so long. Didn't he piss on a girl 10 years ago?
Dave Chappelle, remember? The Dave Chappelle skit.
Oh my god, on the Chappelle show? Let me piss on you.
Oh man, the PC culture is like kind of like you can't do stuff like that now. No. Like I don't think that shit would fly anymore. Like
doing those skits.
Up.
Yeah, those skits and everything. Or
imagine if that video resurfaced right now.
That's what I'm saying.
White America would be in an outrage.
What was the thing he was saying in that skit? He goes, I think you're old enough to know whether you want to be peed on or not.
Girl, you 13. You know.
Like, what did he say?
That's what Dave Chappelle said.
Okay.
Yeah, no. It wasn't actually R. Kelly.
Oh
Dave
my
Chappelle was
God.
just going in on people, man, back in the
Oh my
day.
god.
Oh, those freaking Chappelle shows were so
They
good.
were all true though. Like you can't. That's why they were so funny because he was just like he was doing the truth, man.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Well, you know what? This is not a weird turn, but this is speaking of. Well, okay, an article.
What are you about to get at, man?
I'm not going down there. I'm going down. I saw an article in this whole thing. It was a whole massive thread of everyone was mad, and they were talking about these celebrities are grooming these girls at younger ages.
Yeah.
Have you heard about
Yeah,
that
yeah,
stuff?
Bro, this has been going on for
years.
like 80 years.
Yeah, no, but now it's like
Elvis
really.
Presley, bro.
Yeah, what's
Like Elvis Presley had Priscilla when she was dating Priscilla when she was like 13. These guys been grooming these young ass girls.
Fucked up.
That's Celine Dion, man. She married her manager. She was 12 when she was working with that guy.
This is
a billionaire, isn't
this
he?
has literally been like one of the most common things in the music and probably even the film industry.
I've never. My head's been in the sand. I just read the whole thing. And I was like, holy shit, what the fuck? Because it was going off on Drake, and they're saying Drake's got this girl who is like,
Yeah.
I don't know if they were doing anything, but he was saying I miss you, and a bunch of weird text messages
Yeah.
came to the surface, and I was like, why are you talking to a 13-year-old like that? I was like, this is real weird. Like, yeah, just kind of changes
on
perception.
the other
of
side
things.
of things, it's like the programming is not all fucked up. Majority of the girls right now, you're dealing with like someone's old programming, and they're dealing with their fucked up program. So when you're dating someone who's 25, 26, you're dealing with fucking 5 or 6 other guys who put shit programs inside them.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, like they did some shit to fuck them up, got them all pissed off. Now they got this weird programming
at
in their brain.
13, they shouldn't even.
No,
be
no,
like,
no, no. I'm saying at like the older ages, at 25, 26, 27, you're dealing with like another
Girls
man's
that got
program
real
that you have to
issues, yeah.
fucking reprogram some of these girls.
Oh, they're broken.
They're broken.
Yeah, the computer
know?
program.
Oh, they're broken.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
broken.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that
I'm
makes
down with
sense
that.
now. Now
Like
it
all
makes sense.
of a sudden, like they don't trust you because like every time you go hang out with the boys, she thinks that you're out cheating on her because the last guy she was with instilled that program in her.
The last 5 guys.
The last 5 guys she's with instilled that program, so now it's guaranteed, right?
Yeah, that's tough. That's
so
tough
it's hard
to bounce back from.
It's hard to bounce back from. That's why you want to, like, maybe that's why they want to program someone and keep someone like not fucked up. But most likely these guys are fucking
Very true, though.
even worse though.
Yeah,
I feel
like-
bad for those guys, bro.
Yeah, do you think? Okay, now this is like a weird little thing, but like, do you think they're just trying to find someone who's not messed up, and they're just like, okay, I can make sure this girl doesn't go through all these shitty relationships, and then when I want to finally be with her, I can be with her. I'm not justifying this. I'm just,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think like,
It's
what's
probably
the
a lot of things. Yeah, it's like
But I don't think you can do that though because they're opposite generations. So like you can try to mentor a 13-year-old, 14, 15, 16, she's still going to go hang around with her 16, 17, 18-year-old friends and get fucked and do whatever they're doing and whatever bad shit that they're going to get into.
Yeah, I
It's
guess.
just-
Yeah, you can't groom.
so
Yeah, you can't do that
you
really.
can't do
No,
that.
there's
It's
not-
impossible.
and it's
What do you have in
weird.
common with the fucking
what do you
13
mean? You can't groom young girls? Is that what you're saying?
Well, you can mentor them, but not in the sense that like you can get into that state where you're like all of a sudden it'd
It's
be
hard
like,
to say, bro. Like when you're talking celebrities and shit, you put a 13-year-old girl in front of Drake, she's gonna do anything he fucking says.
That's true.
And she'll go hang out with her friends, but like
She's not cheating on him. Or
and
not cheating, but
he
like,
could like the mind state of that. She's so young and so
which is
impressionable.
so
which is
captivated.
the problem with it in this other sense too, because there's that sense of power as well. It's that you now have full control over that person.
Yeah,
too.
that's fucked.
Whereas,
that's
like,
fucked. A 13-year-old too. That's
You know?
weird.
Yeah, that's like
So like yeah, that's
that's disgusting.
There's
man.
just
It's
When
really,
you really think about it,
that's really
this world's
odd.
fucked, man.
Yeah,
This
that's so
world's
fucked up. So like you're gonna
F
be like,
Jeffrey Epstein, man, or whatever. His
what
name is.
happened to him?
Died.
you brought it up. I didn't,
He
man.
died. You brought it up earlier.
Yeah,
What
but not
happened?
now.
He died.
Dude, that he had
got-
Pedo
he got
Island,
killed.
man. That was the spot. Like that's where they were.
I
at.
know, but like wasn't they going to court? Like wasn't they?
He was
at
on
court?
suicide.
Yeah, so
watch.
like, I was telling him earlier, I'm not too like up on pop culture and stuff like that. I kind of just lock myself in my studio all the time. But like, I was listening to a Joe Rogan podcast and they were talking all about it, and he was saying like, yeah, like this guy was like tied to a bunch of like pretty much a pedophilia ring in Hollywood, like these huge, important, high up people. Like he was pretty much the gatekeeper to bring like an entire bunch of
he
people
was
down.
like blackmailing everybody because he basically
He had all these cameras.
He had cameras everywhere, and he had people filmed, and like they would go to these things, and he had all of
And he
them.
had this exactly like he said,
The
crazy
private jet.
pedophile island. Like yeah, it was like this old weird, almost looks like
Castle.
a mosque. His house,
Yeah,
it's like
weird mosque.
you know, like you ever
Blue
been
and
to, you
gold.
ever been to like a house in Mexico, like an Airbnb in Mexico or somewhere where they got like light blue tiles with like it looks
The
like
gold
that on
stuff,
the
yeah.
outside. It's really weird, like it's super weird.
And he had a masseuse there, this lady masseuse, but she was older and she didn't do anything to like stop the shit from happening, and she knew what was going on.
Where
So
was
where's
his
she?
mansion?
Where's
She's probably just like a fucking Philippine wherever his
No,
mansion
she was a white girl.
Well,
Oh,
where's
really?
she?
Yeah. What do you mean?
People
Like
are
during
doing-
this thing, like
She was
they
just
offed
chilling.
off this guy. Where's she? Where's she not testifying?
I don't know. I don't know. She was the masseuse.
Probably got paid off.
Might have got paid off or something. Dude, the guy was a billionaire, and he was just blackmailing people into money, like
it's a Tuesday.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Right?
like,
That's what
oh
another
my
thing.
God.
Roman
He
was
got the
talking
thing
about
for
was-
free.
Yeah, he got that mansion for free.
77 million.
$70 million mansion island for fucking free. Like they were like, where does this guy get all his shit? Like where is he accumulating this? He doesn't own a bunch of businesses. He doesn't like.
Well, he's apparently a hedge fund manager for billionaires or something. But like,
apparently.
that was his first ever.
Was that his cover though? Like, is that a thing where people?
Yeah,
were,
hedge
Oh yeah,
funds.
they give this guy the money because he's their hedge fund guy.
that's what the cover was.
That was the cover.
What
No
the
experience in
fuck?
managing money ever.
But he's the hedge fund guy.
Yeah.
He owns the hedge fund, and everyone just gives him the hedge fund money.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he
like I'm
just-
pretty sure he just had like the pedophile house where all the famous people would just go and.
Fuck, that's so.
Didn't
There's
Bill-
some weird shit happening in Hollywood, man. Like
Yeah,
there's
I
some
don't know.
weird
I don't wanna go
demonic
there.
shit happening in Hollywood.
Oh, it's fucked.
It's
and it's been
bad.
happening forever, and that's
Ever.
why it's so common, and
And
like that's why it's never going
It's
away.
getting
'cause-
way more profound now. Because like if you watch any of the shit that's on Netflix and stuff like that, you're like, whoa, you motherfuckers are tapped in.
Yeah.
Like the shit that's coming out of there, I'm like, you guys are really tapped into
Well,
it.
and now like I bet you these guys are like finding all different type of new ways to exploit females and shit because of the internet. Like you got to be crafty to not get caught these days. I'm guessing. Like
Well, now even the
I'm
people
guessing.
just come on the Me Too movements and all this other stuff.
I'm just fucking-
So it's just getting weird out there. Weird and weird and weirder.
Yeah, what? Okay, yeah, so that guy, he had his... another funny little thing that I learned about that is that the Clintons, Bill Clinton said he was on the plane only 4 times, but then they pulled up
I
the
see it.
manifesto
It was
and it
like
was like
80
80 times. Bill Clinton's on his
Oh,
plane.
no.
Yeah, he was like, yeah.
I never had relations with that woman,
Sexual relations with that woman.
Miss Monica, Miss Lewinsky.
Yeah, that's...
It was like you can't believe anything that guy says ever, man. Like if this
Yeah,
guy's,
how's that
how do you
even...
believe this guy at all? Like you
Big
just get
Billy, man.
How do you
Big
lie so
Billy.
well? Like he lies flawlessly. Like he should
Went off.
teach
It's off, I know.
seminars.
I know it did.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Steve Andis here. If you enjoyed that clip, make sure you check out some other clips. Just click this link up top. And if you want to catch the full version of that episode, be sure to click this link down on the bottom. I'm Steve Andis on the Thought Exchange, the podcast where nothing is safe.